But we're at that place now with the Muny where it's again at a place where it has the same kind of quality that the Broadway community has, which is why I think so many people want to work here.
The Muny has long been a destination for fans of musical theater and for the theater artists themselves. This institution has a reputation for attracting some of the brightest stars on Broadway, both on stage and behind the scenes. And often, these stars become frequent Muny collaborators, making St. Louis their summertime home year after year. But perhaps more notable is the Muny tradition of growing talent right here. That commitment to nurturing both established and emerging talent ensures a vibrant future for musical theater in St. Louis and beyond.
I would not have had the success that I've had in my career so far if I hadn't started at the Muny. I really think that because you just taught me from the jump how to do this.
One of the challenging things about theater, so there's no book. There's not a lot of here's how it works. It's always been the culture of a business is you get in it and you learn it. We're known as that place where people are finding their voice or growing their careers. Go work at the Muny or be a part of that tradition.
For over 100 years, the Muny has provided an opportunity for young artists to be discovered and find their voice.
I think there's something really special about finding that undiscovered talent here, and our auditions open up that opportunity for them to be seen, to be heard, to be true in the way that they have never had the opportunity before. This is the beginning for so many, and to have the platform, to have the space, and to have the resources and opportunity to let a talent like that shine and to encourage a talent like that to shine is why we all work here.
Something like this, they call it the Muny magic. Something like this is like you find out that magic, but the magic is usually I'm learning within yourself. And I think this really helped me as an actor.
You know, you have to look at the question is what is talent? Like if you talk about cultivating talent, well, what is talent? Talent is something that makes you different from everybody else. So it's a very fragile thing. And if you have it, you have to tend it, you have to make sure it is well crafted, that you have discipline, all these things. It carries an incredible responsibility.
As early as 1925, the Muny saw the need to cultivate talent right here in St. Louis. They began course training programs for kids that would prepare them for the summer season. Decades later, in 1994, the Muny Kids and Teens became a dedicated program and a cornerstone of Muny education.
Muny Kids and Teens are our flagship education program here at the Muny, and it's for youth performers in grades 3rd through 12. If this is what they want to do for a living, then there's no better place to do that here. At 8 years old, you can be on a rehearsal platform, or you can be on stage with a Broadway star and watch how they work and have a conversation with them and learn from them, which is the opportunity of a lifetime.
Hello, Muny family. My name is Drew Reddington. I am one of the graduates of the Teen and Kid program. From when I was 8 years old to 18. And I think one of the things I'm so grateful for about that program in particular is the networking and the relationships I've got to build with directors, choreographers, other actors that are now my neighbors in the city. That doesn't really get to happen anywhere else.
The Muny offers a special opportunity for St. Louis to see emerging talent right in their own backyard. Muny patrons can see future Broadway stars before anyone else in the world.
We had a gentleman who auditioned last year named Benji Santiago, who starred as our Yusnavian in The Heights. Came to us via video submission, virtual submission. And finding that comet of a role, finding that role that Lin-Manuel Miranda originated on Broadway, and then finding the artist to play it on the Muny stage for a Muny premiere, and having a discovery talent in that role was what made the experience special and harmonious.
I was in the middle of my school day when my agent called me saying, she said, "Did you make it back okay?" And I said, yes, I did. And she was like, "Wow, you really, you really grind for this. You really have been driving back and forth from school to New York and you really want to make this happen." And I was like, "Of course, this is my dream, this is my passion." And she said, "Well, sometimes it pays off." And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "You're going to be Usnavi at the Muny." And I was like, "You mean like an understudy or what?" And she was like, "No, they want you to be the guy." And I was like, so it was, one of the best calls of my life.
It's when all of the stars align and all the elements come together that this young man was able to shine here before he went to shine on Broadway this fall. And he's currently starring in The Notebook on Broadway. And that we got to be the first place makes me really happy for him. It is a bragging point for all of us in St. Louis too, that we find those talents first and that you get to experience it firsthand in one of our shows.
In addition to onstage talent, the Muny is always looking for new creative voices to share their vision behind the scenes.
So it's very exciting that this is a place where offstage directors and choreographers can come and learn their voice and learn their techniques with an ensemble of 8 to 10 to 12. But there's a sense of ownership and responsibility and collegiality that is clear and present and really powerful.
I think what's also really special about the Muny is that so many artists find their artistic roots by learning how to work here. And the Muny rigor pushes them to be better.
I'm so honored because I made my choreographic debut at the Muny. I loved working with such a stellar cast, a large cast, working with the Muny teams and working with really wonderful professionals. I just was so honored to be a part of the Muny experience, and I look forward to coming back again and again.
I mean, there are some, sort of things I've learned over the course of my career, but the Muny presents a whole new opportunity.
The Muny is like the only truly civic project that I've ever been a part of. But I love working at the Muny, and I can't get enough of being at the Muny because it's actually walking the walk and talking the talk in that way.
And this kind of gets into why I believe we're an excellent theater and why the art remains, the value of the art remains so high, is that we're a learning institution.
For over a century, audiences have enjoyed the best of Broadway here in St. Louis. And quite often, talented theater artists from St. Louis go on to become the best of Broadway. But they never forget their roots. The Muny family is always growing, embracing new talent alongside old friends. It's an exciting blend that makes the Muny feel like home for the artists that work here and for the audiences who show up to enjoy their work.